A very good morning to all of you here, especially the new ones. Okay, so today in the chapter Business, Trade and Commerce, we are doing the topic Business Risk. So, why business risk is important, and is it important for all the business? Yes, what are the topics we'll be doing? We'll just see this. Okay, so today's topic we'll be doing the definition of business risk, type of business risk, nature of business risk, causes of business risk. So we start with the definition, then types, nature and causes. So let us start with the definition of business risk. Okay, so what is business risk? The possibility of inadequate profit or even loss due to uncertainties or some unpredictable, unfavorable events which are beyond the control of businessmen. So you can see a gentleman here, a businessman standing at one corner, and he wants to go at the other corner. So he doesn't know what the future is having for him. Okay, so every business has to face business risk because business decisions are concerned with future. Future cannot be predicted, children. So that is why there can be business risk. Okay, so like today, a very big risk that the business today is facing is the COVID-19. Okay, so what is happening today? The demand has gone down, production has gone down. So this particular epidemic has created a lot of loss to many businesses. Okay, and this was very unpredictable. So every business, devoid of it being very big or very small, is having some kind of a risk. Okay, we cannot eliminate risk in business. So what is business risk? It is the possibility of inadequate profit. That is, what expected profit you had wanted is not that you are getting. Okay, so not too much of profit, it can happen, or even you might go on a loss as well. Okay, because future is very uncertain, loss due to uncertainties and some unpredictable, unfavorable events. Okay, so something that is unpredictable, when you go to the future you cannot predict it 100%. So that is unpredictable future causes this particular risk. So you must know the definition of business risk. Okay, so next we are going into the examples of business risk. Now you will ask, what is business risk? One, I told you the example of COVID, but there are so many things that the business has to face. Okay, like damage by fire, theft, earthquake, storm, a demand for a firm product may fall, non-availability of power, capital, raw material in desired quality and quantity. So there can be possible that if a businessman is wanting a certain raw material, he is not getting the raw material in the quality that he desires and in the quantity that he is desiring. So there can be strikes in the company, there can be terrorist attack. So the business can face any kind of such situations. So these are the risks that the business can face. That is, future is unpredictable. That is what we are telling. Okay, so next we are talking about types of business risk. Now we are having speculative risk, pure risk, insurable risk, non-insurable risk. Now these are the 4 types of business risk, all of you. Okay, so what is speculative risk? Let us see. When you hear about the share market, that is a kind of speculative risk. Okay, that is, you might have a profit also, or you might have a loss also. Okay, so like speculative risk, like when you put your money in your share market in any of the company share, the company share might go higher or it might go down because of certain events. Okay, so you are unsure of the returns that you are getting. So what is speculative risk? It involves both the possibility of loss as well as the possibility of profit. they arise due to price fluctuations. There can be price fluctuation, change in the taste and fashion, change in demand. Okay, so now supposing, children, that change in the taste and fashion is for favorable reasons. Okay, so when it is favorable, in favor of the business, then the businessman will make profit. But however, sometimes there can be changes in the taste and fashion which leads to unfavorable conditions for the businessman. Okay, so sometimes the fashion changes quickly and the demand of the particular product that the businessman is having goes down. So that is unfavorable conditions. So speculative risk arises because these few factors, and there are many more. Okay, so speculative risk can be minimized and avoided. Okay, so you can minimize this risk and avoid it, but you cannot eliminate it altogether. Okay, so this is speculative risk. Okay, so next we are coming into, that is pure risk. Now what is pure risk? Involves the chances of loss or no loss. Either the business is suffering a loss or the business is suffering no loss. Now what are the examples of these kind of risks, like earthquake, flood, theft, fire, etc.? So in an earthquake, you can see the image here. Okay, children, there is cyclonic that is waves are coming which might destroy the business. Okay, or might not destroy the business. Okay, flood. Okay, which might that is destroy the firm, or it might not. Okay, so either there is a chance of loss, either because of earthquake, flood, theft. Okay, there is a chance of loss for the company or the business, or maybe the company gets out of this loss, or it does not suffer at all due to this flood, earthquake, etc. So what is pure risk, children? Either there is a loss or no loss at all. Okay, so either the business is suffering a loss or no loss. Okay, so next we are talking about insurable risk. Insurable risk are those risks that can be covered or insured from the insurance company. Now children, when the business is very big, especially the businessman takes a lot of insurance. Okay, from the insurance companies. You are having the LIC, you are having, this is life insurance, but there is insurance for the companies as well. Okay, so there are many companies like Reliance and all that which are giving insurance for the goods that are being transported from one place to the other. Okay, so when the goods are moving from one place to the other, there can be chances of accidents. Okay, so in that case, the company or the insurance company will be compensating or giving whatever is the loss. A certain percentage can be returned to the business. Okay, so if the businessman has taken an insurance. Okay, so what is insurable risk? That can be insured from the insurance company. Example, fire insurance you get, accident insurance, theft insurance from the insurance companies. Okay, so next we will be doing non-insurable risk. Easy enough. Okay, those risks that cannot be insured. Okay, so what are the risks that cannot be insured? So those risks are change in the government policy. The government policy keeps on changing and it is very unpredictable. Okay, and no company takes the responsibility of insuring such a kind of risk. Okay, there can be certain changes in the tax, there can be certain changes in the that is way you are giving the taxes. Okay, so no company insures this. Okay, apart from that, price fluctuation which always happens. Okay, so no company insures the business for price fluctuation. Okay, so there are changes in demand and supply, so these things are not covered by the insurance companies. So this is what is non-insurable risk. Okay, so next we will be doing nature of business risk. Okay, first, risk arises due to uncertainties. Okay, as I have told you that future is what very uncertain. Okay, so business decisions are concerned with future which cannot be predicted 100%. Therefore, like technological changes cannot be predicted, strike in the company, natural calamities, theft, fire, dishonesty, change in the government policy, change in the demand, price fluctuations, nothing can be predicted, children. Okay, so that is why it is very uncertain. So that is what we say, that business risk arises due to uncertainties. Okay, next is risk in essential parts of every business. So when we are every business, okay, so when we are talking about business, I told you earlier also that every business will be having business risk. The degree of risk may vary from business to business. Okay, a bigger business will have bigger risk, small business will have small risk. So no business can run without the element of risk. So risk is essential part of every business. Next is degree of risk depends mainly upon nature and size of business. So nature of business, children, what commodity the businessman is dealing with. Okay, sometimes the businessman is dealing with essential commodities like wheat, sugar, salt, which every household will be needing. Okay, so essential commodities, there is less risk. Okay, because everyone, somebody or the other will come to purchase, so there is less risk that the demand will go down. However, when we are talking about fashionable items, okay, when we talk about fashionable bags, we talk about fashionable clothes, okay, so that these kind of items or these kind of commodities, when the businessman is dealing with, is very risky. The demand might go down, okay, because it is not essential. So that is what we say, that degree of risk depends upon the nature of the commodity that is being sold. Apart from that, size of business, larger the size of the business, higher will be the risk. Smaller the size of the business, small is the risk. And the last thing that we are having is profit is the reward for sharing risk. Okay, so more the risk, more is the gain. So profit is the outcome. Why is the businessman getting profit? Because he has taken risk. Okay, so it is a reward that the businessman has taken such a lot of risk. So it is a famous say telling, more risk, more gain. Okay, so this is the nature of business risk. You should, as and how I'm speaking, children, you can make small notes of each and every topic. You can see it in NCERT also. Same content is being told, written, that is being told. Okay, so next we are having causes of business risk. So what are the causes of business risk? There are natural causes, natural calamities like earthquake, snowfall, then hailstorm, famine, okay, tsunami was one. Okay, so now COVID-19 is one more, that is an addition. Okay, so anything like that is told as natural causes. Okay, so any natural calamity. Next is human causes. In human causes, we will take all such causes which is due to human error, that is human beings are involved in it, like theft, like strike, like carelessness of the employees, okay, like laziness of the employees. Okay, so all these things which are whatever is related with the human beings is termed as human causes. Next is economic causes. So economic causes are related to changes taking place in the market. Okay, so any cause that is changing the market, demand, supply. Okay, so that is what is economic cause. Like when we talk about recession in the market, okay, or price fluctuations, okay, price fluctuations of commodities. You must be hearing that, especially the vegetable prices. When you go to the vegetable market, it's always fluctuating. Okay, so sometimes the businessman is gaining out of this profit, and sometimes they are losing out of this. Okay, so so this is what change in the market, like price fluctuation, change in the government policy. Okay, so all these things causes is termed as economic causes. Okay, so next is other causes. Other causes includes physical or political causes. Physical causes includes technical or mechanical causes, like there is a breakdown of the refrigerator where the shopkeeper is keeping ice creams to be sold. Okay, so what will happen? The ice cream will be melting. So this is what kind of a cause? This is physical cause, that is related to technique or technology or machines. So this is what is physical cause. Political causes, like you can have a change in the government policies. Again, here we are taking here. Apart from that, if there is a fall of the government, there is civil war, there is change in the laws, this may lead to loss for the businessman. Okay, so this is what we will say about the causes of business risk. Okay, so I hope the topic is clear. Please go through your NCERT for greater explanation. Okay, and all the notes you have to make up for this video, right from the definition of business risk to the types of business risk, nature of business risk, and causes of business risk. You must do this these all things in your BST copy. Okay, so thank you to all of you. Have a nice day.